You have a sister, and did she do anything at the Olympics?
What do you say?
Do you have a sister? Did she do anything?
Not at the Olympic level, no. She played tennis in high school. So there's that. But that was cool to watch. You know, they sent it out and made sure everybody knew that Rob's sister was going to be running, and we made sure to watch it. That's special for him and their family, and just to see how she dominated that race too. That was really cool.
Yesterday, Matt Nagy said that if you played a game today, you'd be more than ready to start in terms of your comfort level. How would you describe your comfort level with the offense and everything around you?
I'm very comfortable with what we're doing, and I think that's just kind of being in the system and just studying the book and making sure that everybody's on the same page. For me, and just I've been a part of so many different systems that there's not very many plays that are new to me. So yeah, I'm very confident with what we have, what we've got going, and it's just building that chemistry as we get through camp and be ready to go for week 1.
Hey, there's a little bit of a sack flurry in the team today. Is it hard to know whether those are legit, or what's your takeaway when there's a few of those that are called?
Yeah, I don't ever view them as sacks. They never got me. But, I mean, for us, it's good work. You got to move in the pocket, field guys, and still make the throws down the field and just keep your eyes in the right spot. So, it's good work. Like I said, and I think last time I talked, just going against our defense is just really good competition for us. And it's going to make us better because we've got a really good front, we've got a really good defense, and that's going to make us a lot better.
Justin said he's trying to learn everything he can from you, and it's been a good relationship so far. You feel the same way, and what have you seen from him after just a week of what he naturally brings to the position?
Yeah, you can tell he's confident in what he's doing, and that's key at this position. You've got to trust in yourself and trust in your abilities, and he's got that. But yeah, Justin's been great since he got here.
Andy, we don't often hear about the dynamic between veteran quarterbacks and a younger quarterback in any team. And what are some examples of kind of the dialogue between yourself, Nick, and Justin in terms of going through meetings and then on the field and the dialogue you have?
I think it's just making sure on certain plays and certain reps and different things to, this is what I'm looking at. I know the progression, this is what it is, but this is how you get there, and you can get there quicker. And, just different things like that. So I think that just comes with the experience of playing, and then for me, I'm just trying to let them know, okay, on this play, I may view it this way, and I may look at this guy, and he's going to allow you to get through your progression quicker. Just different things like that. And again, that's the experience that I have, that Nick has, that we're trying to pass along to Justin.
Andy, we talked to you about the anticipation throws, and Cole was telling us when he first started throwing with you, it took him a little while. Sometimes a couple of footballs, might smack him in the face. What's that process of just getting your guys to the point where you can trust that they're going to be there when you throw that ball?
I think it's the communication of it. All right, in this play, get in this spot, and this is the timing of when the ball is going to be there. And so, yeah, I think it's just working with everybody and making sure they understand the timing of the play, and that comes to those throws that you can make them with anticipation and put it there at the right timing.
That was off campus before training camp started, right?
Yeah, so yeah, I worked with our guys when I first signed here. I was up here, and I worked with a bunch of our guys, and then even this summer off campus, we were working.
How many guys were there? I'm sorry. Yeah. And how many guys were there? In Lake Forest High, or
we were kind of all over the place. We had 6 to 8 guys probably. So yeah, we had a good group.
You've gotten more work with Cole. Where do you see his upside as he continues to develop as a tight end?
Yeah, he's got a huge upside, and for him, I think just his rookie year last year, he wasn't used a ton in straight drop back situations and different things, and so I think he's definitely a guy with a ton of talent. To be his size, to be able to run the way he can, for him to be able to get in and out of breaks, and he's going to be a threat in the passing game for sure.
Process as you familiarize yourself with this offense and watched last year, the last 2 years, whatever you watched of Bears tape. Do you provide Matt with feedback on concepts that he's trying out, or things that you say, that can become sort of like an outside consultant on this is why this didn't work, or things of that nature?
Yeah, I think that was part of this whole process once I got here, was just kind of watching, okay, how has this offense been? What do I like? What are the things that I see from the outside in? Why were they getting to certain things? Why were they and certain progressions, or why are you reading it this way versus how I've read it in the past, just like different things like that. So it's been a good communication back and forth between us, and like I said, I feel very comfortable and very confident in what we're doing, and yeah, I think Matt sees that.
How far along would you say you are in terms of getting to know what your receivers are going to do on every snap, that chemistry? You know, when you adjust, they adjust with you. Are you halfway there? Are you 3/4 of the way there? How comfortable do you feel with that?
I feel really good where we're at right now, and just reading body language on certain routes, and you're talking about anticipation throws. I mean, it's when you see certain moves, you know you can let the ball go, and they're going to be in this spot. And you know, I feel really good about where we're at right now.
And just based on last year, I know you've been a starter most of your career. Just based on last year, do you have an appreciation for what Nick Foles is going through in the situation he's in, being an accomplished quarterback, taking number 3 reps, but trying to be a pro, and how difficult that probably is?
Yeah, I talk to Nick all the time, and just the position that he's in and just the attitude that he's bringing to this. A lot of guys could be in that position with everything that Nick has accomplished in this league, to had a tremendous career and played a ton of games, won a Super Bowl MVP, all that kind of stuff, and now he's sitting in the position he's in. A lot of guys would not show up every day, and he's been in here every day with the same attitude, same mindset, that he's going to get better as a player, as a person, and also as a teammate. And it's been so much fun for me to watch how he has handled everything that he's gone through, and I love having him on this team.
You played with some really good defensive fronts in Cincinnati. How's this one stack up against some of the better ones you had out there?
Yeah, I mean, this one's really good. There's a couple years where we were really good in Cincinnati up front. I mean, this is a really special group, and so I mean, it's hard to compare.
Do you feel that in practice with those guys?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can just look across the board and see the size that we have, the ability, the speed. With Khalil and Rob on both ends, Akeem inside. This is a big front.
Andy, we saw a couple times Justin got some room to run. What is it like just watching him when he finds some space to use his legs?
I think when he first got here, I asked him, what does it feel like to run 4.4? He's special. I mean, if he's got that room in front of him, I mean, that's a part of his game that he can definitely use. I mean, with his speed that he's got, definitely a thing that he can use in his game.
During your time in Cincinnati, what were your experiences with crossover practices, and what do you as a quarterback try to pull out of those?
I think it's good. It gets to be a point in camp where you're tired of going against each other. There's you're battling with one another, and then you get a chance to take a break and you get to go against somebody new. You get a different, for us, we've been going against our defense this whole time. You get now you get a couple days to see a different defense, see how they're playing things. So I've enjoyed it, and so we'll see how it goes this next week.
A lot in Cincinnati?
We did it a couple times. I think we did it 2 or 3 times. So I have some experience with it.
Dennis Newsom didn't kick off the puck today. I know he got hurt pretty quick when he got here, but do you have any impressions of him yet? What do you know about that?
Yeah, I mean, he got hurt pretty quick, so it was kind of hard to tell what all he was going to be able to do and what he's going to be able to do. So I'll be anxious to see once he gets back out there and once he kind of works through everything and see how he fits in with all this.
The interior of your O-line is pretty solid. There's some uncertainty on the outside, though. How soon would you like to see that thing get settled and everybody get in their positions, let them get together as far as chemistry?
I mean, the best thing that we've got going now is we can put pads on. It's like the offensive line's at a little disadvantage when there's no pads. You're trying to be smart up front with guys going against each other, but now we have some pads on, so the competition's real, and I think things will get solidified once the pads come on. We start playing some real football.
All right, thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Andy.
Thanks, guys.